Today we're going to be talking about how to get your broadheads aligned properly. What I like to do, these are some Whack'ems, 100 grain broadheads, and what I like to do is I like to put a little bit of wax on the blades that go inside the ferrule, and it helps hold them in place so they don't fall out. Okay, so they're all three on there. You got to be really careful, they're very sharp. One other thing I like to do is put a little bit of wax on the threads here. Helps it to prevent the rattling as you shoot or as you're walking through, banging the arrows against limbs or whatever it might be. So you get it tight. And always use a broadhead wrench and get it nice and tight. And then once you have it on the arrow tight, you want to bring it over to the spinner, and you spin it and make sure it's spinning pretty true. And that's got just a slight little wobble to it, so we'll see if we can't correct that. Well, and the other thing we want to do is we want to make sure that all your broadheads are lined up the same direction. So, what I like to do to check on that, I like to put it in the bow, and I like to just get the broadhead straight up and down, and two going down to each side. So this one here is just a little bit off on that. So we'll put a little bit of heat on it and we'll rotate it just a little bit. So when you're putting the heat on these, you put it on the ferrule itself, not necessarily the blades, and you definitely do not want to put it on the shaft, because it'll deform the shaft. And you gotta wait a few seconds for this the heat to go through and radiate down through the insert and loosen up the glue in there. And the glue that I use to put these on is a Easton low temperature hot melt, so that I can do this. For this purpose, I can realign these things just a little bit. Okay, so I moved it over just a little bit. So I'll recheck my alignment, and so now it's pretty much straight up and down, maybe just a touch. Okay, so now it's straight up and down. I have two going down each side, so that's perfect. So I will once again go ahead and check the spin on it and see if it's got any wobble to it. That actually has made it look really, really nice. So there's no adjustment that needs to be made on that. The whole process is getting all your broadheads lined up exactly the same. And it really doesn't matter if you put it straight up and down, or if you put it, one down and two up, as long as you do them all the same, because then they're going to fly the same. If you put them in different directions, then you just have something that's different on each arrow, and so it may react differently, as you shoot different arrows, if they're not the same. So if you get everything set up the same, you have a better chance of increasing your accuracy and being more consistent in your shooting. So anyway, that's a tip you can use. If you don't have a spinner, you can use your countertop. You have to get on one of the corners there where the vanes will spin freely. Your countertop, you can spin it like this here. Can you see over here?
Yep.
You can spin it like this, and you can see how true it spins. So you can do that on your countertop at home if you don't have a spinner. we have spinners here at the store in case you're interested in purchasing one. But you can do it without a spinner. You just, but it's nice to have a spinner. You just roll it right there, and you can see how true it spins, and it's gonna fly good for you. So anyway, that's a quick tip that'll help you be more accurate, and especially in your hunting situations, and hopefully more successful in your hunts. Good shooting.